series on leadership partner. We talked about different kinds of leadership styles. So today we are going to talk about leadership patterns. Patterns, what are patterns? Leon?
Depends. There are
Because leadership patterns can be personality patterns. Habits, or the way you do things, which can be predicted really. And what we have here is the leadership patterns as we saw in our workbook. The intellectual leader, the fix-it leader, the bulldozer leader, the bureaucrat leader. So why are we looking at this? Knowing how to alter your behavior patterns to meet structural needs or team needs is very important in a club. So we are looking at our club today just so we will have a perspective on how do we apply all this, because whenever I hear someone talking about some idea in a classroom, I immediately go to sleep, you see. It's because there is no application. I don't know how to apply it. It's just purely theory. So I would like to apply it in a club setting. So first of all, I would like you to tell me what your goal is. Have you ever been asked what your goal is? Because I have a goal. I have written my goal. And that actually is one thing that motivates me every day to come to the club, because I have this list of goals. I have to go to the club, otherwise I won't achieve them. Really, it's not really a goal that I wanna get, but rather it's the journey towards the goal where I learn a lot from. So Emily, what is your goal in this club? Why are you here?
To gain the experience of leadership. Also, I could learn the communication skills, public speaking, and I think I now get better when I speak in front of everyone, no longer that nervous.
What about particular specific goals? Like, say, goals that we can measure when we achieve it. You know, let's say, for example, to be able to finish my CC manual.
Yes, my goal is to finish all the CC manual and the storyteller.
Good, thank you. Where are you at in your CC manual?
I'm in CC manual 7.
7?
Project 7.
You need
yes.
3 more.
Yeah.
Great. And how long do you want for it to be finished?
I hope it could be before. Now is May, so okay. I hope it could be before July or August.
All right. So at least it's within from now to August, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Great. That's beautiful, because then as a club we know what your goal is. You see. So Leon, what is your goal?
My goal
And why are you here?
Why am I here?
Yes. I mean, do you want to finish your CC manual?
I really don't have a set goal.
Okay. So, but what is it that keeps you waking up every Tuesday morning at 6 o'clock?
I like to kind of stretch my mind.
Okay. Stretch your mind.
Like really hone into listening skills and speech patterns, grammar, stuff like that.
Great. So the reason why I asked this is to be a leader, if we don't know the goals of each of us, I mean, how are we gonna plan about what to do? And also, what kind of style are we going to use? It's impossible, don't you think? Yeah? Because you see, Toastmasters has a goal. What is the goal of Toastmasters?
To be the best communicator you can produce of yourself.
Communication and leadership skills, yeah? To enhance it. Now, if, for example, your goal is to maybe find a mate in Toastmasters, right? Your goal doesn't align to Toastmasters' goal, you see? So you might be kind of, it's okay for a goal, but I don't know if you will keep coming here because all you can hear is really speeches and things that you can learn from to improve your communication and leadership skills, you see. So I align also my goal to the club's goal. So here are the different kinds of leadership patterns. Later on, in the next parts of this series, we are going to look at the needs of each of us, and then how can the leadership match these needs, which will benefit all the officers like Jane, Cynthia, Amelie, Rachel, me, PC, and the members. So the intellectual leader, we talked about the different leadership styles. So the intellectual leader is more on reflection, but then it has it's got just a little bit of influence, action, and structure. Remember, reflection, influence, action, and structure. In the intellectual leader, as an intellectual leader, you are only focusing on the mission and vision. So the members are guessing about the direction and purpose of the organization. You see, it's not being worked on. It's not very clear. The fix-it leader is heavy on action. All right, this is the problem. Let's put a solution on this. It doesn't matter what our mission or vision is. All right. So they believe, I know what's best for the enterprise, and all they have to do is carry out my plan. You are kind of slaves, you see. I know it all. And you know, Emily, you have to do this because it's good for you. Because I said so, you see. So, a bulldozer leader, it's strong on influence, influencing others, meaning, well, you know, I'm a big shot, you see. And I know you listen to me. So this is what I want to do, and this is what you're going to do also, you see. But these leaders see themselves as hero figures. You know, better be in the movies if you are this kind of leader, because you know there are a lot of superheroes in the movies. And demand unfailing personal loyalty. Because someone said so, we're going to do this, and this is how it's going to be done. We have to question these things. You know why? Because we can help leaders, really. It's not questioning them in a conflicting way, but rather to help each other grow. Because how can you grow if you don't even know that you are actually sabotaging the goals of everyone? So there's or also other leadership patterns, reflection, influence. So they put two together. Reflection. Reflection means you are into missions and visions of the organization, and then you influence others to actually work on it. But they desire to validate their ideas through others. So I guess the most important is balance. If you can reflect on your mission and vision, if you can actually influence others, not because you are the hero, but rather you can influence others because you know and you watch them in how they work and how they do their speeches, and you know their skill. And within that, knowing their skills, you're able to influence them to kind of use that skill to improve themselves. You see. So influence, action, leadership pattern. They use personal influence to accomplish goals. So I attain these awards, and I can influence you really because I know you look at me as if I'm higher than you. You see. So, but we can turn this into, I have achieved these awards, and really I will show you how to achieve these awards yourself. I actually videotape. Actually, I do that. The reason I videotape my stuff is that if someone has a problem in it somewhere, maybe I can show her some of my videos where I had that same problem, and I can show him or her how to actually get over it. So reflection, action, they create the dream and then put people to work to achieve it. This is okay, but you see, if you did not create your dream, it's useless. If someone else told you so, that you are so good, you are so perfect. I mean, to me, when someone tells me that, there's something in me that says, but I'm not. I have my flaws. Don't be too positive because it just, I don't know, there's something in it that you cannot improve anymore. If I'm perfect, you see, if you tell me, June, you're perfect, I mean, I'm not going to improve. I'll just sit there and look at the mirrors. You know what, June, you're perfect. Man. All right. Watching your leadership style with team leadership needs. Who's timing my speech? Great. All right. So, we are going to ask ourselves questions, right? And what we're going to do is we are going to make ourselves as a leader, meaning as if we're the leaders, because we are, I mean, in different parts of our lives, in different areas of our lives, we are leaders. In fact, what I'm emphasizing on is self-leadership first, as the anchor, as the center point of our lives. So, we are going to assess your leadership style, our leadership style. So, this can be a little bit difficult when you see it like this, but really, 1 to 5, 5 being yes, and 1 being no, right? And in between, the gradations of it. I never, I usually, I sometimes, I often, and then I always act that way. It is actually in your workbook, all right? So, if I were you, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring that workbook home, really look at this, and don't write on the workbook because I'm going to use it for Leon's thing later on. But maybe put it in a bond paper. All right. And then you will have to put 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 in each of this. If, for example, in the reflection it says, I have a clear vision of the mission my team must accomplish. Do you really have a clear vision of that? Yeah? If you do, if you have no doubt about it, you put 5. But if you don't have a clear vision, you put 1. Or if you do have a little bit, you put 2 or 3. All right? If you have a little bit doubt, just a tiny bit, then you put 4. All right? And all this, and later on, this is what will happen. you total your score, and there will be the score, and then you deduct 5, and then you multiply it by 5. But we will talk about that next meeting. Just have a look at it in your workbook.